They argue on TV while shaking hands behind closed doors, all the while laughing at us, starving us, locking us up, killing us while we beg for scraps. You think this is new? Hell no it ain't. This has always been the game. Every time people fight back, really fight back. Not vote, not beg, not tweet, but organize, revolt, strike. They're demonized, jailed, or dead. That's not an accident. That is America. The abolitionists, they were called radicals, terrorists. Most white folks in this country didn't even want slavery to end. They profited from it. It was black folks escaping bondage and white comrades burning down laws and risking the nukes that pushed the needle. Not the politicians, not the courts, the people. And what changed? Slavery just got renamed. It's called prison now. Legalized slavery under the 13th Amendment. And both parties are just learning back. Might as well stay in crime. Drunk and spending ice. Who's the good guy?
It was always about white supremacy.
It happens because millions of people are fine with it, or silent, or cheering. Just like the Germans, George Jefferson said, the fascists must expand or self-destruct. You hear that? This ain't slowing down.
It's skin of the church. You think that politics is spiritual stuff. Politics is of this world. You think it's your duty to be political about this, that, and the other. No, your duty is to serve the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, body, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself.
Shit, it was always about white supremacy and never about immigration. Supremacy. Supremacy. About white supremacy. And never about immigration.
Doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face.
a Estados Unidos a buscar una mejor vida para ellos y para aportar a sus familias. No son criminales, son mexicanas, y los mexicanos que viven en Estados Unidos son hombres y mujeres de bien, son hombres honestos, que se fueron a Estados Unidos a buscar una mejor vida para ellos y para aportar a sus familias. No son criminales, son mexicanas, y los mexicanos que viven en
I got this strap. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping up. This is America. This is America. Under my area. I got this strap. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping up. This is America. This is America. Under my area. I got the strap. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping up. This is America. This is America. Under my area. I got the strap. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping up. This is America. This is America. Under my area. I got the strap. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping up. This is America. This is America. Under my area. I got the strap. This is America.
We have to quite the opposite. So these people are decent, hard-working folks coming from poor countries to try to improve their lives.
Trump was born into privilege. He received deferments to avoid service in Vietnam, and he couldn't have endured for 5 minutes what John McCain endured for 5.5 years. My fellow Republicans, beware of false prophets. Conservatism.
Can't stomach Trump. I think that he's noxious and it's leading the white working class to a very dark place.
I think he's a kook. I think he's crazy. I think he's unfit for office.
Trump is missing in action. He should be on this stage tonight to defend his record, where they added $7.8 trillion to the debt. That set the stage for the inflation that we have now.
We do not agree with Donald Trump when he says that most illegal immigrants are drug dealers and rapists. We have quite the opposite. So these people are decent, hard-working folks coming from poor countries to try to improve their lives.
Trump was born into privilege. He received deferments to avoid service in Vietnam. He couldn't have endured for 5 minutes what John McCain endured for 5 minutes.
Can't stomach Trump. I think that he's
is from the Crazy Horse clan. This greeting is to this day the way all Indians throughout the nation still greet one another, those that still know their culture. This is the only way we present ourselves to one another that is acceptable. We tell you who we are, where we are from, our clans, and we do this without ever saying our name. Anything less would be an insult to you and to my people.
Why many people want to be rich. The predation and the degeneracy are not peculiarities of the wealthy. The thing that makes them different is that they have the resources that enable them to do it.
He wants a military that is loyal to him. He wants a military who will be loyal to him personally. One that will obey his orders even when he tells them to break the law or abandon their oath to the Constitution of the United States. In just the past week, Donald Trump has repeatedly called his fellow Americans the enemy from within. And even Trump's former chief of staff, John Kelly, a retired 4-star general, confirmed that while Donald Trump was president, he said he wanted generals like Adolf Hitler had. Donald Trump said that because he does not want a military that is loyal to the United States Constitution. He wants a military that is loyal to him.
Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota and their spouses were shot overnight in what officials are calling a targeted political attack, and one has been killed. We now have confirmation that Minnesota Representative Alyssa Horton, who represents District 34B, and her husband.
I want to thank you all very much. Wow. This is great. These are our friends. We have thousands of friends on this incredible movement I call art. This was a performance like nobody's ever seen before. And frankly, this was, I believe, the greatest art performance of all time. There's never been anything like this. And Stefan, he's a good friend of mine, probably the best. Everyone, thanks Stefan Love from Peppi Guggenheim for having my good buddy Zam and Norton perform. Well, I want to thank you all very much. Wow, this is great. These are our friends.
I want to thank the crew here and Stefan for having us. And thank you for all coming out and seeing this performance. Me and Norton's been together since '76. We've always done political stuff. Now more than ever, we all have to really watch what's going on in the world, and we all have to get out and speak out. Just don't take this shit. And as we're close to a third world war, so we really got to everybody has to participate now. We've got to stop this shit.